Hello everyone, welcome to Fableheim and Guild Wars Reforged. The prophecy has been fulfilled. When Reforged released, I made a point to say that it was a technical update. There wasn't new content or anything. It wasn't going to be like OSRS or, classic WoW. This was a technical update to breathe life into an old game so they could sustain it for the future. And well, now the content's here. The beginning of it. As of December 18th, I'm a little late to this, but better late than never, as they say. Are you ready to make a deal with death? On December 18th, they introduced some new features. And here are the brief patch notes. Our partners at 2weeks.games have been hard at work understanding our tool chains. We present to you their first experiments. Most developers at 2weeks.games are old ArenaNet developers, so they mostly understood the tool chains to begin with. They're just now fully working with them. So, there are two new modes added into the game. One is Reforged. This is in alpha development at the moment, but upon character creation, you can activate Reforged mode, again in alpha, and your character will have a badge visible in game. I'll show you what it looks like. Piken Square will be accessible as an outpost for Reforged mode players in pre-searing Ascalon, but you'll have to fight your way there. Players gain 5% more experience and gold in the Prophecies campaign. Enemies have lower health and armor in pre-searing Ascalon. Henchmen have been retuned and are more powerful with additional skills. And the Northlands in pre-searing Ascalon has additional spawns. For multiplayer parties, all players have to be in Reforged mode to experience Reforged mode content and balance changes. Mixed parties will see the standard content. And this is an alpha feature we are sharing early to gather feedback. It is only presented in English. Reforged is only available for Prophecy characters, and most of this only affects the pre-searing Ascalon, which is the content I've actually been playing the most. Except for the henchmen, because there are not henchmen in pre-searing Ascalon. So this will come into effect once you leave the tutorial area. But I was shocked at this. I was quite shocked. I just left the pre-searing area on my character Satu Acadia, but I'm not that bothered because, as it says, this is an alpha. It has a lot of development to go. We'll see where it goes before I really dedicate a lot of time to it. Now, the other feature can be used on any of the campaign characters, Doom's Covenant, in beta. Activate Doom's Covenant during character creation. Doom's Covenant is a challenging mode available throughout the game where you strive to avoid dying ever. Characters created with Doom's Covenant get a badge visible in game. Upon your character's death, you lose the badge permanently, but can keep playing the character. Any titles you earn while under Doom's Covenant will have the badge in the hero panel. If you lose Doom Covenant, any future ranks earned for that title will not display the badge. And this is a beta feature and may undergo changes. It is currently only presented in English. We'd love your feedback. So this is old school RuneScape Survivor or WoW Classic Hardcore, which you're more familiar with. It's the exact same thing. I'm not too bothered about not having this on Satu because she died many times during farming. The Charr just overran me, It happens. Now, I believe this is just a blanket change, so you do not need to be in Reforged for this. There's now 4-player parties in pre-searing Ascalon. This change is made to match the maximum party size at the beginning of Factions and Nightfall, and also post-searing Ascalon. One more thing! The classic pre-game backgrounds. You can now choose which background scene is displayed during login and character creation. Choose your background options during a pre-game scene. Choose between Prophecies, Factions, Nightfall, and Eye of the North. I actually have Factions turned on because that's the one I remember the best. The Prophecies scene were not designed to support 360-degree views, therefore it has a fixed camera placement. There are some risks that the zoom level may cut off your characters in ultra-wide screen resolutions. I forgot it could turn. I was so excited, I was just spinning it around for a while. For bug fixes, fixed a delay where Steam DLC was not always available immediately after purchase, and it fixed a bug where the mouse would move unexpectedly when you touch the screen on some devices, like a Steam Deck and Windows Enable touchscreens. Great, cool. I'll leave a description if you would like to head over this and talk to people. I don't know, there's a lot of discussion going on already. But let me show you what we're working with. So, you've gone in and made your Prophecies character. Here, down right under where you're making your name, you can opt in to Doom's Covenant. Swear an oath to the old god of death. You'll bear the mark of the unfallen, but should you die, Doom will come for his penance. Doom is the god of death before Grenth usurped him. Grenth and his 7 Reapers, I believe, usurped him. And Reforged mode right here. You can opt in to an early preview of Reforged mode with tuning and content changes for Guild Wars Prophecies. This includes experimental tweaks that are still under consideration. We are sharing with the community for initial feedback. Reforged mode is likely to undergo significant changes. So that's why I'm not too worried about any of my current characters not having this, because I imagine these will both change a bit. So Piken Square probably wasn't very difficult for them to implement, because in post-Searing Ascalon, this is where Piken Square is. It's just right across the breached wall, and, well, it's a bit of a desolate outpost. Just here. It's felt so good to still kill Charr here. It's quite surprising. But what Piken Square is now, back in pre-Searing Ascalon, I have made a warrior Satu Sanguinar to check out the changes. And as you can see, I'm not the only one who had that idea. The green icon is Doom's Covenant, the hardcore mode, and then the red icon is the Reforged mode. And they work well together because Reforged mode is easier than regular Guild Wars. And this is a great place up here in the Northlands to group up and, group up for Charr Bosses. I was really shocked when I crossed the wall for the first time, because there are a lot more enemies here. And they are not Charr, they're Grawl. I actually haven't made it over to where the bosses are. I'm not sure if I can beat them. Of course, as a warrior, my life is very different than as a necromancer, although I am a warrior necro. In pre-searing, it's not advised, but I don't care. I'm here for the vibe. My last name is Sanguinar. How can I not go blood magic? It's also the one I'm most familiar with. I think most people in pre-searing, they recommend going warrior monk or warrior ranger. As warrior monk, of course, you have access to all the smiting skills. You can knock people down. You have the Aura of Retribution. You can heal yourself a tad if you'd like to. And for warrior ranger, you have access to a pet who can help you out. And I think that's mostly it. In fact, if you're really trying to min-max, I think they recommend, they just being general internet threads, going just bow. Like, not even using warrior weapons. Just basically being a heavily armored archer. Because the bow is that much more effective. And you get to stay away from the danger. Here in melee, you're in the thick of it. You're in the brawl. In honorable melee combats. But yeah, all of these Grawl are here in your way. They range from level 1 to 6. So it is actually so much easier to get to level 10 now, and of course unlock the Vanguard quests, which are still here. They are unchanged. We still get bonus armor. Life is still swell. I actually take so much less damage as a warrior. It's nice. And here's the wall. So you just walk down this road, and you will reach Piken Square. You can meet up with everybody to do some Charr Boss farming. Am I going to do that for a third video in a row? Ooh, maybe. This will be my first time trying it as a warrior. I'm only level 10, so I am the level of the Charr Bosses, but I've had a hard time fighting the Charr. Here, maybe this one will run away. Oh, it ran back. You can also skip this pack if you are concerned about the volume of enemies, like that. Nice. My Vanguard quest is here in the Northlands, so we have some bonus spawns. I'm not sure if there's more spawns deeper in. Or if the... Wow, I'm taking damage here. If all the bonus spawns are the Grawl up top. I actually, like I said, I haven't checked yet. Did I find him already? No. The Vanguard quest of the day, at the moment, is to find Footman Tates, who is out here somewhere. Oh, look at all the Oakheart. The Oakheart are winning! Go! Go, you random sentient plant things! Wow. Maybe there are more enemies all out and about. The Charr deserve everything they're getting towards them. If you saw the last video, you saw them blow up, these are level 8s! With Balthazar's aura? Huh. And of course, it's Christmas time, so we're getting candy canes and eggnog and all sorts of stuff that are fun little drops. This place is different. Maybe I should be afraid of the... You're still level 10, right? Okay. Maybe I should be very afraid of the oak hearts. But if they're putting up a fight with the Charr, that's good. I love having all this armor. I have never played a warrior before in Guild Wars. Never. In Prophecies, I didn't care. And in factions, like the Assassin was just a better warrior. What I knew warriors for... Oh, I thought the Oakhart won. Shucks. What I knew warriors for were forge runs. That was bad. I press frenzy. I take double damage right now. Oh! Big chunk. Which are basically a warrior... It's usually warrior monk, but I suppose it could be warrior ranger. Will run your character to a special zone. And so they would use just the durability of the warrior plus with the bonus speed of some other classes like the ranger. Oh yeah, look, these the Grawl are fighting the Charr. This brings me joy. This brings me great joy. So the whole map is kind of different looking. Okay. That's good to know. I'm using a sword. Because I would be using a hammer, but I can't get to 9 hammer mastery right now. Although, I mean, just being tanky is going well. I found a special sword that has bonus health, and my shield has bonus health on it, and not dying is good. I don't know if you know this, but a dead DPS does no DPS. And if I'm out here taking all the hits while my imp is doing stuff, it's quite the juxtaposition from my previous character. Now remember, I am with the Doom's Covenant, so I can't die. Well, I could. I would just lose the Covenant. But Piken Square makes a quick teleport if you just press M and whoop, teleport over there to escape death. It's not too dissimilar to the petrification potion trick from Classic WoW. Which I suppose some people consider cheating. Everyone has different opinions on that sort of thing. They were so damn expensive, I feel like it wasn't, but you never know. I'll go mano a mano with you. Alright. Well, this was fun. Let me reposition here and see if I can take on the Charr Bosses. I doubt it, but we'll see what we can do. I have managed to pull one of the bosses. We'll see how isolated he is, or is not. Okay, he's healing his friend. I don't like that. Our goal is to kill one of them. Okay, we'll kill you. By keeping them clumped like this, the imp can do a lot of damage. But I mean, the Charr boss is... Now with friends, this might be a retreat angle. My death magic is very low, so this is going to be a level 1 horror. It's going to serve as a distraction at best. There are 2 shamans here. Oh yeah, no, this is a retreat angle for sure. Yep. Goodbye, Imp. You died an honorable death. I have now managed to pull 2 bosses. Okay, we have killed one of the ads. I'm kind of pulling them away. Last thing I want to do is run in there and pull those guys. So I'm just keeping my dots up from a range here. You know, honorable warrior things. This guy is healing them without actually joining the fight. That's kind of funny. Like, this would be a perfect angle for a ranger warrior, or warrior ranger, rather. So funny. I think they're far enough away now that I can get in here. Nice. Okay, we'll pull back a little bit. I got some max health from my morale boon. Just keep healing. No need to panic. Like how the shaman's back there. The shaman boss is over there. He's like, yeah, I'll just heal. I don't know what's killing you, but, you know, if you need to heal, let me just spot every now and again. I'll take care of you. He's hitting the imp. He's hitting the imp. Do you want to attack me? Yeah, hit me. If the imp is not focused on healing, he's focused on DPSing. It's perfect. Why would they do this? Okay, I'm going in. Tired of waiting. So the warriors have this resource called adrenaline, which I get by hitting people. Makes perfect sense. In fact, some people even argue... That's 2 bosses down, wow. Some people even argue that, like, warriors make a pretty good... Or spellcasters make a pretty good secondary for warriors, because you're using adrenaline for your melee attacks, so why do you need your mana? And you know, that's not a bad point. It is worth noting that I don't have a lot of mana. But... Ooh. Okay, we're fine. Fantastic. While I'm healing, I have less armor, but because these guys are doing magic damage, I don't believe it's really relevant. It may be. That could be entirely wrong. Don't quote me. I am bad at playing warriors. This is my first time. I'm open to any and all advice. Hey, a snowman summoner. Alright. Only 2 more bosses to go. What's over here? An Ironheart? These are these new? These weren't here before. New units! I'm sure they're also vulnerable to fire. They're a giant plant. They do have Retribution, though. That's a spell that I think would be fun with a warrior. You kind of just run it down. And be like, hey, hit me. Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why are you hitting yourself? Why am I hitting myself? I was taking damage there. Cool. See, even more stuff to farm out for us slightly lower level characters. Nice. I don't remember there being Charr over here. This little gate used to be able to just walk into it, but now there are Charr all over the place. Huh. They're killing a poor warthog. Poor little creature. The Charr really are monsters. I was looking around seeing if there was another boss, but I doubt they would add another boss, because that... It sounds ridiculous, but 1 more boss in pre-searing would be monumental. Just with the rare things that bosses can drop and the increase to morale that you can get. Something I should have mentioned earlier is that Reforged characters also have plus 5% gold and plus 5% experience gain in explorable areas. That's fun. I'm not sure if that was tacked on to the whole making things easier, but it makes things easier. And I have managed to pull apart the Charr boss arena. As a warrior, I am claiming victory over the assholes that destroyed Ascalon. Ascalon shall stand forever. I got knocked over for ages as well, but I did it! Wow, if I were a ranger, this would have been a lot easier. But I don't regret my choice. I love necromancy. And it shall... It's going to be so much better once I can get access to more skills, but that's okay. It's good for now. It works. I just pull stuff with the life siphon. I literally can just stand here and tank it and spam healing signet while my imp can kill it. It's perfect. I can do the Charr boss run. Wow, that's just every video is going to have this. It's not a fave video if it doesn't have a Charr boss run. But, yeah. This has been the Reforged mode. It's been fun to revisit. It was incredibly ironic that they released this literally hours after I left pre-searing Ascalon on my Necromancer. But it's not one of those things that you can retroactively opt into. You have to create your character into it. And like I said earlier, I'm not too bothered about Sathu or my older characters not having access to it, because it is an alpha feature that will get more adjustments as time goes on. What those adjustments will be, I couldn't tell you, but it's something that's in flux. And they did say during the dev stream that they now can create new content with their whole new pipeline or DLC features or whatever it was. And this may be the beginning. The beginning of a whole new Guild Wars. This area is also way more populated. More Charr, there were even Grawl sprawling around that they were fighting. There are a lot more enemies kind of all over the place. But, my friends, that is the update. And you can also see the icons here. They mentioned the icons showing up next to the oh, here we go. Survival. Look at that. This is earned under Doom's Covenant and Reforged mode. Ironically, Doom's Covenant in Reforged mode is quite a bit easier than just Doom's Covenant. So, if you want the ultimate challenge, and again, you can do Doom's Covenant on any campaign, just plop that one in. I wonder if I can actually get Survivor. I got to like 30k on Sathu before she died. It used to be that you had to go from level 1 to getting the Survivor title, but now they've made it, well, I say now, they did this probably over a decade ago, that is XP earned since your last death. So if you died at level 10, but you didn't die since, you could still gain Survivor. But yeah, my friends, I hope you enjoyed. Feel free to know what you think of the new modes and what you would like to see added to them, or not added to them. How did you get back there? Oh. All right, we're starting from Little Circle. The only thing I've noticed about this place, by the way, there's no, as far as I can tell, there's like no quests that go here or a link to this place. That's sketch. Up here, on the little hill, there is the Adept Mullinex. Mullinex? And he mentions evidence of a lost settlement very near here. And the translation is guesswork, but could it be great treasure or immense power? Is this hint of more content hashtag confirmed? I don't know. You can let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this little video. Thanks to the patrons and the Show My Support channel. I greatly appreciate you. If you'd like to stay up to date with anything happening on the channel, feel free to join the Discord description down below. And I'll see if there's more to the update.